What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel. This is Living to Learn. First of all, before I get started on today's video, I want to say thank you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking time out of your day to pay attention, take any type of interest to what I have to say. One thing I never want to lose sight of is, especially on YouTube, you've got choices of people you could be watching. So the fact that you've taken time out to watch me, it means a lot. It's humbling. So thank you for that. And also, if you are not yet a subscriber to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. Share this video with whoever you'd like to share it with. Leave comments. Even hit that thumbs up and that notification bell if you like this video and you want to make sure that you get the notifications every single time I put out another one. So thank you so much for those of you that have watched and been watching. And I want to start out just kind of a recap of what I've been going through this past week, and really what I've been trying to do lately on this channel. I've been trying to, I guess, get a little more organized, a little more intentional with my content, not just on here talking, which I can do, and I have some thoughts to share, but I'm trying to be a little more structured. So what I've done is I've tried to stay along a certain theme for all the videos throughout the week. And this week is no different. And this week we've been talking about the journey to change and all, different aspects that come along with that. So one of the things that I talked about was embracing the solitude, right? Change is going to be a lonely journey, and finding strength and vulnerability, overcoming obstacles, fueling and accepting that desire for change, because that in itself can be very intimidating, especially if we've tried to do something different, multiple times. We've made multiple attempts and we have yet to arrive at our destination. Now, along those lines, I want to talk today about the importance, in my opinion, of celebrating personal growth. Now, first and foremost, again, I want to specify that who I'm looking to engage. I'm looking to engage with those individuals like myself who are wanting to become a better version of themselves, wanting to adjust or make changes to areas in their life or their entire life, whatever it might be. You're looking to get better. And that's my whole, that's my purpose as a life coach, is to help people, out of their rut and kind of, filter them, help them filter through certain things and kind of sift through things. Because the mind, and I've mentioned this in other videos, the mind can make a big deal out of things. When we take those things and we actually put them in front of us and we begin to dissect them, we find out, it's not as overwhelming as my mind made it out to be. But again, this is our human nature. These are the things we have to contend with. We are oftentimes just contending with ourselves. And it's funny because we seem to think that what is keeping us away from such and such is out there somewhere. The fact of the matter is it's actually in here. So part of that journey to change, right? Again, there's a lot that comes with it. There's going to be a lot of struggles. It's not an easy thing. Obviously, we know that. So here I want to talk about, today's video, I want to talk about the importance of celebrating personal growth. Positive outcomes, okay? Rewarding ourselves, and let me be careful how I say this, allowing ourselves to be rewarded on this lonely journey to change, okay? Now, here's what I'm not saying to do. I'm not saying, hey, you know what? We made one step forward. You know what? I made some progress here. I was able to do this. You know what? That's good for now. Like, let me live in that moment. Absolutely not. We have a lot more to do. And I'm speaking to myself first. I've got a long road ahead of me. However, I do want to make sure that I take time to appreciate and celebrate areas in my life where I have achieved and I've seen growth. I want to give you an example recently. Okay. So I took my oldest son. We went to hang out yesterday. Took him to go play some arcade games, and you know, we just hung out, just father-son time. A great time, right? I love hanging out with my son. I love my boys. You know, they mean the world to me. So having that time with my son was great, and it's always great. And he's fun, you know. So like, you know, he likes to play his games. He gets all into it. But while we were there, we ran into this young man, this young teenager who I've actually been following on social media. I'd never met him in person, but through mutual friends, I came to find out that this, you know, young man, since he was a child, has been battling cancer. He's been going through multiple procedures, and his family actually created a social media page where you can, you know, they give you updates on his progress. They understood that there's a lot of people out there that actually are concerned and care, offering up prayers and support. So yesterday while we were out, I ran into this young man and his dad. And you know, shout out to them, and I want to give them I want to give him his respect. And I feel a certain way about, you know, taking certain people and like using them for an example, like, oh, this and this. And so I want to be careful, but I got to say one thing that those types of encounters do for me is they really put my problems, my issues in perspective. And I have to remember that I am not going through anything nearly as serious as what this young man, he's a kid still, what he's got to fight through every day. And there he is fighting, you know, and his family and what they got to go through. So, you know, puts things in perspective. So today I get up and, you know, I didn't sleep well. It's hot, right? Whatever. Today could have been day 3 of me not going to the gym, right? I didn't want to go to the gym. I didn't feel like it. I haven't felt like it for the last couple of days. Last place I want to go. Okay, but I thought of him. I thought of AJ. I thought of this young man. And I said, you know what? How after this encounter, how could I have any excuses for anything? So I took my butt over there. I went to the gym and I got into it. Oh, I was there. Oh, sure. I was, you know, having a semi-pity party for myself, right? I don't feel like being here. I'm tired, you know. Hey, that's reality. I'm just keeping it. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it 100, so you can understand that this is. I'm a person just like everyone else. But I went. I did it. These are the little things that I can celebrate. These are the little things that I can say, hey, you know what? Even though I'm not where I want to be, I wasn't always the person that could get myself to do that. Now, what happens is you begin to learn, right? As I've learned, as I go along this journey, this is not actually my journey. The journey actually belongs to other people in my life, right? My kids, my family. This is who suffers if I don't go, right? Maybe not directly, but I'm not just doing this for myself. So again, we can have this work mentality. We need a work ethic. It's going to take hard work. It's going to take courage. It's going to take, you know, grit. It's going to take more of ourselves than we've expected, and even more so as we get further along the journey to change. However, you know, like, I don't know if you guys saw that old school horror movie, The Shining, and he's just typing away. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, right? All work and no play. No, leave some room in there. Because the other thing that running into this young man, this encounter that I had with AJ, this young man and his father, the other thing that it taught me, celebrate the little things. That is a healthy part of the journey, right? Celebrate the personal growth. Yeah, I went to the gym. I never used to go to the gym, but here I am, trying to make it a schedule, trying to make it a part of my life. I never was the type of person that could save money like this, but here I am saving, right? Personal growth. Self-discovery. Will you begin to discover a lot about yourself when you are pushing through things that are uncomfortable? And when you come to a point where you recognize something within yourself that you've never had recognized before, go ahead and celebrate that. Go ahead and take time and say, man, I'm different. Maybe I'm not that different, but I'm a little different. I've changed a little bit. It's okay to get excited about that. It's okay to draw from that and use it as momentum, use it as fuel. Right? It's okay to acknowledge that our self-confidence has increased. It's increased. Okay, as we embrace change, as we embrace this journey, like, this is where I'm set out to be. See, in my mind, I've already decided this is where I'm headed. This is what I'm going to be. This is where I'm going to. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm going to. Obviously, there's no guarantees in life, right? So I can have a goal. I can have a place that I'm aiming towards, and I would highly recommend that. And I don't know if it's going to actually look like that when I get there. It might be a different destination that's meant for me. But in my mind, I've already said this is where I got to go. Right? I have to be I have to be an entrepreneur. I have to have my own business. It's got to be life coaching. It's got to be something helping and building up people. My passion. I can't live another type of life. I can't conform. I mean, to a certain degree, right? I'm not out here breaking laws, but I've got to be me. I've already made up my mind. The problem is when you decide to turn around and you start walking in another direction you've never gone before, and that peak starts to climb higher and higher, and you can't see the end. It's where things start to get really, really rough, right? If you're there with me, then you understand what I'm talking about. So again, the importance of celebrating the personal growth, celebrating the little steps forward, because those are not little steps. Though they might be small, dare I say it, and I hate to say this, because you should never say this about any progress that you made, but it might be insignificant to you. What's happening though is you're building up step by step by step. You're getting there. We're getting there. So celebrate it. Celebrate your progress. Celebrate your progress. Listen, none of us is guaranteed a certain amount of time on this earth. I talked about this last week. We're not. So celebrate the progress. And remember, that's evidence for us that if we progress this far, we can progress even further. So celebrate. It's okay. It's healthy. It's a good thing. Personal growth. Where have you seen it? And where do you need to celebrate it? Self-discovery. What have you found out about yourself? And how and what do you need to celebrate that you have seen? You found something. Understand? You've been mining, you've been digging, you've been looking within, and you found something. Celebrate that. Increase self-confidence. Oh, I am more sure of myself today than I was a year ago. Celebrate that, please. All right? I'll tell you what, if I was your life coach, I'd be telling you this. Celebrate those things. Don't live there, right? It's like a birthday party. You can't live at the birthday party. I mean, it's fun. It's great. We need them. It's a great time. But after about a week, it's like, okay, I got to do something else, right? So it's okay to celebrate. It's okay to have that designated time and play, whatever it is, however you're going to do it. Because I'll tell you what, I was proud of myself that I went today. I'm proud of myself for doing that. And I've been trying to give myself a lot more of a pat on the back, a lot more credit, right? I'm unlearning too. I'm relearning too. Okay? So I hope that helps you. I hope that makes you feel like, man, I'm not the only one on this journey, because you're not. I promise you're not. Anyway, that's what I wanted to share today in today's video. Again, real quick, if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please subscribe. I would really appreciate that. It helps me out a lot. Share these videos with anyone you think would be would benefit, right? If this is useful for you, maybe it's useful for someone else. And before I go, two things. So again, I mentioned I am an aspiring life coach. So what I would like to point out is in the description of these videos, you'll find my Instagram handle, which is at Live to Learn Coaching. You can follow me there, and you can also reach out to me by direct message. If you have any questions or any suggestions, or maybe you or someone you know is considering a life coach for whatever reason, send me a message. We'll go from there. The second thing is you have an opportunity to donate financially to this channel. Now, the financial donations go a long way, because even though this is my passion, this is something I love to do, it does take preparation, does take time, and it is not the easiest thing to be this consistent, but I'm putting forth my best effort. So if you'd like to donate financially to my channel, you can. No pressure. Those of you that have, I thank you very much, because again, like I said, those financial donations go a long way. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got for today. Hope you enjoyed the videos. Hope you check out some of the other videos I've made if you haven't before, if you're first time watching my channel. But a big thank you to everyone watching, and have a great day.